Sorry, there was a slight delay. I'm trying out some new stuff. And like everything wanted to update at the same time today, so yay! So hello, if this is your first time here, my name is Shiro, I'm a comic artist, and I struggle with eye contact with a camera. What I usually do on the Sunday streams is I will talk a little bit about what happened artistically this past week, mostly to myself, because this is my stream, this is my channel, I do whatever I want. And then we move on to drawing whatever comic project I am currently working on right now. They're usually personal projects. So, artistically speaking, we got nobody on right now, so I'm going to take a nice sip of water. I actually bothered to wash my water bottle because I may be a raccoon, but I'm a clean one. We are now up to 5% funded on the current goal, which is a Tour Box Elite Plus. Because if I gotta have a Tour Box, I would like to have the best possible option, which would make my working life easier, because this is my job. I do comics. And I'll probably repeat myself a couple times because I know some of my viewers show up like in the middle of the stream, which is not their fault. Because I am aware of the time that I'm streaming, but it is the only time that I have. It's starting to get hot here. Can you tell? I'm down to the grandpa... Get a little closer. I'm down to the grandpa house coat. This is really my pappy's house coat. One of the many things that I managed to snag when he passed away. Because honestly, me and my grandpa like two gremlins in a pod, you know what I mean? Like mom loved her dad and I loved her dad, so... Oh, we got somebody on. Hello, I can see you. So, the most importantly, I already premiered these on Patreon, but now they're up on the store. So, let me introduce you to Risa and Risa. Oh, wow. The lighting is doing no favors to my poor girl. If I try to get her a little too close, yeah, that's what I thought. So, we're gonna grab the small one for now. Risa and Risa XL are now available on my ACG Goods store. There's going to be an ad that's going to show up in chat. And basically, they're little marshmallow-shaped plush toys. They look better than they do on camera right now because... Hi, Coco! I knew there was somebody watching. I knew it. Because the lighting is absolutely abysmal in here. It is hot right now, and at the same time there's not really any sun, so I'm guessing we're going to be due for some rain. Usually that's what happens when it's really, really, really hot, but there's no sun around here. So yeah, they're little marshmallow plushies that you can hang on a keychain. They come with a little chain, so that's nice. I like that. And the small one comes with a squeaker. Why? Because I could. They offered the option and I was like, yes. Now, of course, if you order one, they're going to be slightly different than the ones that I'm waving around right now. These are samples. Her and her. These are samples that I ordered because I had a coupon for a really good deal on samples. So I got both sizes, and like this one is my favorite just because she's cuter, because she's smaller. But this one is nice for cuddling. They're both filled with polyfill from what I can feel, but the The fabric itself is kind of like a minky, a very, very short minky. They are very soft. And you can tell this was a sample. This was fixed. If you order one, this was fixed. I also made the outline of her symbol on her back thicker, and I fixed her hair down here. Now the hair is a complete line. It's cuter. So yeah, that's the new product available in the shop. There's going to be more mochi kogororens soon. I got the template, so I'm gonna go nuts, honestly. I have a plan for another set of mochi kogororens. I wanted to know what the size. This is the 9 centimeters. The smaller one is the 7 centimeters. And I was like, what does that equal to in real life? And I was like, holy jeez, that's a whole burger. Here's a shot of her butt because it's cute. So yeah, if you're the type that like to fidget with soft texture, this is nice. This is really nice. I like to pet her. Other thing that I want to announce, I will soon have about 7 copies of my cover of Auric of the Great White North available in my Ko-fi shop. They're not up right now because I'm waiting on some envelopes. I'm waiting on some padded mailers. Soon as I get them, then I'll be able to do the math for the shipping, and then I'll be able to put them in the shop. So there's that to look forward to. New comic and new merch. We got some Risa up. I recently got permission to use Bianca as merch, so there will be some Bianca up too. And recently Warcry set up some Your Character Here commission availabilities for the merch that I can put in ACG Goods. So I'll be looking at that for people that want merch of their characters but want my art through it. Basically, like I could do plush commissions. I know I can do Your Character Here mochi koronens. I checked while I was editing the models yesterday. Now, isn't that there just interesting? Excusez-moi, but it's gonna happen again. And as for why I'm campaigning right now for Tour Box, love my tab mate, adore my tab mate, but right now it's really getting on my nerves. At least as far as I know, I can plug in the Tour Box so it doesn't give up on me in the middle of a drawing. And that is it. Because as far as drama goes in the creative community, I'm bored stiff. Because now the drama in the creative community isn't even creative. Right now, we've got people in the book talk community copywriting sayings, and people are mad at them for it, and I agree. Because right after the whole drama with the Hot Girls Read lady that had to release her trademark, we have another one. Like, I just learned about that while I was having lunch. That trademarked Hot Girls Walk. Long sigh. Like, girl. First of all, it's a little late to follow into Paris Hilton's footsteps with the "that's hot" copyright, trademark, registered, whatever. Secondly, at that point, that's just lazy. You didn't come up with that. Alright, so pretty much what we're doing today is we're quote-unquote inking these pages. And see how far we're going with them. I gotta change the way I'm pushing on my pencils today because I've been working all week with my favorite birthing brush, but I've been like lightly touching my canvas because I didn't want to change the size of my brush. While drawing teeny tiny things. So now I'm kind of used to just doing this. I can't do that with a greasy tilter. I need to put a minimum of pressure. Also notice what I have him say here. When I'm not being yelled at, I'm actually good in the kitchen. And you know it's not Wally that's been yelling at him. I am down to 2 pages in chemical reaction. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh my god, I offended the phobes. So this in June, of course, in June. The month of pride and Men's Mental Health Month. Like, if you gotta be offended by one, please take advantage of the other. You know what I mean? So I had a guy. Before I start, I want to preface, okay? I'm going to look like I can't take criticism. But the problem is, when I get criticism over smack, it's always on stuff I have no control on. Like, on canon, I don't care. I'm just drawing what I want to draw. Or on the story, or on the script in general. And I'm not the one writing. So you're criticizing me on something I have zero control over. And I'm not gonna be passing this shit over to the writer, okay? Because it's not criticism. So. I got somebody deciding to write a review with a score on 10 about chemical reaction. First of all, at the time of talking about this, the story is not done yet. There's still a couple pages left to show the public and stuff like that. There's 2 pages left to draw for the Patreon. Long story short, chemical reaction is not finished at the time of talking about this. So this dude, you know what? I'm gonna turn on my Facebook because of course I commented about. I'm still pretty sore from yesterday. I hope you're okay. Do you need ice? Should you put ice on it? Because Coco had an accident. Please, no video. I just want to get to because of course I took screenshots and talked about it on Facebook. Of course I did. Ah, there it is. There we go. 9/9 on 10. Story was great, but there was absolutely no reason to add in they, them gender politics. Now, to be clear. I'm trying to do something there. To be clear, this right here is the offending gender politics panel. You two go try to slow her down in the flying car. I'll get to the castle through the portal and think of something on it. Them down. Slow her down, them down. This here is the whole gender politics present in chemical reaction. This here is the whole problem here. This is what docked me .1. I say me only because I'm the only one that has the Global Comics account. The writer is being pretty well, he keeps to himself pretty much. He's on Blue Sky and that's about it. He's on Blue Sky and Divine Art. That's about it. So not the they them gender politics. Her down, them down. That's the problem. That's the whole thing. It ruined the entire comic. And keep in mind, I'm not the one that put that there. So I replied, absolutely there was. Chemical is a they, them, and that's all the reason we need. A week later, he doubles down. He replies and tags me, make sure I see it. No one stops mid-crisis to correct someone on a gender. It feels forced for the sake of look how woke we are. This is not a by Odin's fade moment, okay? So I reply, of course, because there's some times where I really should get away from the desk, go and drink a little something, hydrate, piss, I don't know. This was not one of those times. So I reply, and yet, here we are! In a story about a little yellow turtle creature that talks and sits in a sentient cloud building a hovercraft, a teleporter, and a giant robot, the one line about gender correction is the unrealistic part that bothers you so much you gotta double down on the woke. Clearly this comic is not for you. If this is what runes... Not happy with that. And that I will not read all that for you guys because we have comics to draw. We have comics to ink. Some stranger. Some stray. Because that guy is not on my friends list. I don't know this guy. His head is shaped like a Skittle. Shows up and writes an essay about this big under it, defending the guy for being offended for the day dim on Pride Month. And I reply, because I'm stupid, Dude is complaining about 2 words on a non-binary character inspired by a non-binary real person, voiced by a non-binary voice actor to a non-binary person. 2 words! And then he writes a longer essay demanding that I think critically. Seriously, it says in the essay, and I want you to think critically, please. And girl, I'm not mature enough for this. And like I said, I'm not gonna read the essay because I had to waste my time. You guys don't have to waste your time. But he writes a whole essay asking me to debate why the they-them was there, because clearly it is ruining the experience and the entertainment. I think he's hinting about me faking it or something like that. I'm not the one doing the writing. And to all of that, all I replied was, all that over 2 words. And then I blocked him. Sir, you're a stranger. I've only known you for 10 minutes, and I enjoyed none of them, and I'm not taking homework assignments from you. Fuck that. Chemical is a they-them, and you guys are going to handle that. You're gonna put on your big girl panties, and that's it. Once again, I'm not the one doing the writing. I mean, you're free to go and complain to Gabe about his writing, but he's just going to tell you the same thing I just did in a deeper voice. That's coming. Like, there's a bunch of cis white straight guys out there demanding that I write an essay about why I should exist and why chemicals should exist and should be respected. Over 2 words. In a Mario comic. You guys complained too when they changed that line in the English version of 1,000 Years Door, didn't you? Where they made it clear that Vivian was trans. You guys complained then too, didn't you? It ruined the game, didn't it? 1 line. Now, of course, I was absolutely ready to start debating this guy, but then I thought for a second. Then I did that syndrome pose like, oh, you sly dog, you got me monologuing. And I was like, nope. All that for only 2 words. Send, block. And I don't care if he thinks in his little Skittle-shaped head. No, I swear, her head was like perfectly round. And like a little too small for his neck. Anyway. I don't care if in his little Skittle-shaped head he thinks he won the argument. I am not gonna argue my existence. Even less to a guy I don't know and whose Facebook is only selfies of himself. No text, no nothing. I don't think so, girlfriend. I do not think so. And mind you, I was good at writing in school. I was very good. But there was no debate team in school, and anyway, I would not have participated. Because with the way I look and the way I'm shaped, people always end their debates with cutting me off and talking over me and being louder. Now, I usually refuse to get loud, and I can't get loud on the internet, at least, there's that. And I refuse to get loud because I actually have quite the voice box when I want, so... What tool is struggling to make backgrounds? Like a tool in Clip Studio is difficult to use to make backgrounds. Well, that will depend entirely on the artist. By the way, hi Bono. Me personally, I struggle a lot with the rulers. But that is clearly a skill issue on my end, because the rulers are supposed to help you. Like the perspective rulers, oh, I just do not frickin' understand. Or more like, I can understand them, but I can't apply them. And they do help. I'm just dumb. One thing I do like to do, if I have to draw like a cityscape from far away or something, I will put down... a little last minute, hey! I will put down like a 3D grid. A grid that is usually used to put 3D objects on. And I will snap my line art to the grid, and then I will just draw my basic buildings with that. And it works for me to do a cityscape from far. But then, like, trying to... I'm so bad at perspective lines, I can't even use them digitally. So imagine trying to use them on paper. God forbid, I cannot. I try and I try and I try, and to this day I am still trying, but it just doesn't go in my frickin' brain. I'm stupid. You're not in trouble, Lily. Lily's whining under my desk. You guys would be proud of me. I sweeped and washed all the floors upstairs this morning. And then I turned on the AC because I was sweating like a pig in a bacon factory. Hi, Ronald! Well, now we got a little bit more people, so I'm gonna do that thing I threatened you guys with doing. Risa and Risa Excel are now available in my ACG Goods shop. ACG Goods, so very unofficial, of course. There's a link in my link tree. There's always a link in my link tree. And as soon as I receive the padded mailers that I'm waiting for, there will be 7 copies of Auric of the Great White North, 6 with my alternate cover in my Ko-fi shop. And we're back. Look, I gotta sell, okay? This is my job. Ooh, excuse me, what? It's also why A Day at the Zoo on Global Comics is set under Global Comic Gold, so I can get a little money. Oh, it's all up to 15. All this. Oh yeah. Dumbass. Because I did some filling in. So anybody got Deltarune Chapter 5 this week? I did. I'm stuck. Because I'm old and my reflexes are not what they used to be, and they were never good to begin with. I'm gonna try again later, but I also got that second playthrough. Of Bloomtown, a different story to do. Plus, if I'm really stressed, I can just do a quick little playthrough of Off. Load. When I request Kool-Aid from Angel Sanctuary, I'm aiming for the grown-up version from the later chapters of the manga, wearing a bikini for the summer. Another would be Meter Maid from Twisted Metal 4. Just in case, if my whisper box, my suggestion box doesn't work, send me a copy by email of your requests to make sure I get them, because I still don't know why it didn't work last month, and I don't want to repeat, so... just to be double sure that I get your requests. After that, it's all up to the wheel of morality. Okay, I will. And I also gotta write the newsletter. Well, the newsletter is going to be about merch, that's for sure. Because that's what's coming, more merch. In between working on the Barbarian Queen Charybdis content that I need for the Kickstarter. The link to the early access to the Kickstarter, of course, is in the link tree. Everything is in the link tree. Speaking of the link tree, hi link tree. Oops, that's a. I kind of need my sketch. I'm not an AI. I'm not an AI user, so I need my sketch if I want to clean up my drawing. I also did a little bit of cleaning up in my ACG goods store now. I have OC cards for when you want to shop by original characters. I will spoil that the next merch that I plan on making will be Barbarian Queen Charybdis and Slink based. Of course, I'm not gonna order a sample every time. But at least now I know what kind of fabric they use. For the plushes, for example. And how to work with the templates. So at least it was a learning opportunity. And we're gonna put little flowers. Of course, I'm putting my flowers bigger because I like to draw puffy flowers. I am not on the payroll. I'm gonna draw those flowers as big as I want. I talked about the tour box again today, and now my tab mate is behaving perfectly. And they say that the electronics don't have souls. Now this has been bothering me since I sketched it. Now it's my tablet that's... Now I gotta wait for my tablet to remember that it's a tablet. Buy whack 'em, it's industry standard. The minute something becomes industry standard. The minute. Now this has been bothering me because I put the books upside down. Spine is supposed to be on the outside. Blurb at the end, and a little pie. On a doily. Here. You would think with the amount of cookbooks there are in this house. Not as much as there are Archies. Look how freaking happy I'm drawing him. I said he deserved a break, so he deserves a break. I'm giving him a break. Also, today apparently is Mel Brooks' birthday. He, knocking on wood just to be safe, he reached the venerable age of 100 years old. Fait que, on le salue. Happy birthday, Mel Brooks. I was the one who mentioned that on Atari Age 2 days ago. And I already forgot what you were talking about. By the way, my favorite Mel Brooks film is Spaceballs. Big fan of Spaceballs myself. I also like Young Frankenstein, and I genuinely don't know about Blazing Saddles because I have the movie. Never watched it. I did put it on while I was working on something one time, and I have no idea what happened in the movie. But I gotta get around to watching it. But I do love Spaceballs, and I do love Young Frankenstein. And yes, I did update the ad for the ACG Goods store with the new products. That doesn't mean Koopa Pete is taken out. I did not receive a cease and desist yet, so... Parody movies and screwball comedies need to make a comeback. They did make a new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. I've got mixed reviews on that one. I will admit I am a terrible person and I laughed at the O.J. Simpson joke. Prayerfully without Aaron Seltzer and Jason Friedberg. I don't know these people. If they're the ones that are in charge of, like, Scary Movie 3 to 6 before the Wayans brothers got it back, and all those other parody movies that were of dubious quality. Oh, you know what I also like? Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's another good one. Very quotable. They did Date Movie, Epic Movie, and the 4th and 5th Scary Movies. Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it now. A very uncomfortable smiling. The first Scary Movie was funny, but the second wasn't as good. The third was a case that David Zucker was running on creative fumes. I know, I was about to mention that. First one was funny. Second one, like, it was just a different setting. So, yeah, it wasn't as good, but it was still, you know, it was good for a giggle. And then the third one started to parody 8 Miles. And I'm like... And that was coming from a fan of the original Airplane. Like, War of the Worlds, I get it. But when they started putting 8 Miles in it, I was like... We have the Tree First one at home, so we didn't really care about the other ones. Also enjoyed Hot Shots. And I admit I enjoyed both Hot Shots. Notice that all the movies that I actually did watch are pretty old. That was back when I had time to watch movies and actually pay attention to them. I also like both of the Hot Shots and Spy Hard. Wrongfully Accused was also hilarious. Wrongfully Accused, that's news to me. I don't remember much of Spy Hard. I know I watched some of it, but I don't remember it as much. Because I think I watched it like once. At least the Hot Shots and the Naked Guns I watched several times. And Airplane. I watched Airplane. Of course I watched Airplane. Good afternoon, Shiro. Hi, Paul. We are continuing. Welcome home, nephew. Baking a pie. And talking about parody movies. And I am enjoying my time working on this. You missed a lot of rent though. Because I was basically complaining earlier about some people that thought they were being clever. And thought that they were being critical, but they were just being bigoted. Oh, I almost forgot the flowers. You gotta have the flowers. You can't have a nice grandma type without the flowers. Now we're all silent. I'm gonna take that time to have a little sip. So how's the temperature where you guys are? Here I mentioned earlier that it was starting to get hot after a whole June of raining. And I know for a lot of people, we were sweltering. What is the most unpleasant Mario game you ever seen? That's bad animation, story, etc. I'm thinking. Because I know a lot of people would expect me to say Hotel Mario, but there was a lot of effort put in that game. Even if it wasn't the best. Because I would like to say either Mario's preschool times, because I think there were 2 or 3 of them, or the NES version of Mario's Time Machine, or Mario is Missing. The NES version, because the SNES versions look pretty good. But, so it's between Mario's preschool times, or the NES version of Mario's Time Machine and Mario is Missing. It's warm but nice here. I spent the morning dressed up as Wolverine so student could draw a comic page. Plenty of sweating. Oh my god. And here's the fun part. Even if he was dressed up like as Wolverine in the Speedo, it would still be hot because Wolverine is covered in hair. You gotta respect the dedication. And they're probably thinking this entire time, why didn't I do this in winter? Why didn't I do this in winter? You, sir, are a better man than I. I think the SNES version of Mario is Missing is overhated. The NES game, on the other hand, was weak sauce and ended Mario on the NES on a low note. Yeah, because between you and me, guys, I did play Mario is Missing. Unironically. And I enjoyed it. Unironically. Look, I liked history class. I was good at that. So Mario is Missing is genuine fun for me. On the SNES. On the NES, don't. Do not. Skip! Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Don't go for the NES version. Same here. It's one of the few educational games on the Super NES done right. Yeah, because some of them there, like Mario's Preschool Time. I say Preschool Time. I'm pretty sure it's like preschool something, but some of you guys know what I'm talking about there. Very forced thick lines here. Because she's very close to the viewer. As for the PC original, too bad that the software tool works and Nintendo couldn't get Harvey Atkins, Walker Boone, and Tony Rosato back to reprise their roles. Well, I'll take your word for it. And for those that are griping that I don't know those people that Ronald just mentioned, I don't even know half my art terms. So, the title is Mario's Early Years, Fun with Letters, Fun with Numbers, and Preschool Fun. Mario's Early Years. Thank you. I think it was Preschool Fun that I tried. And of course I tried it as an adult, because if you think the Cadillo was going to have preschool fun in the rentals... Shiro, what's a Cadillo? Quebec Blockbuster. Did I just date myself all the friggin' time? I will date myself on every single live stream I do. Excited seeing news of Barbarian Queen Charybdis special. Bet it's an awesome issue. Oh, it's gonna be. We have so many illustrators for this issue. Me, it makes me excited. Lee thinks he's possibly like eclipsing me from the project because we have so many guest artists And I'm like, no, no, that's what I want. That's what I want. It's giving that E.C. Warren thing that I want because the E.C. and Warren comics, the horror comics and fantasy comics, you know, all those old comics in black and white, they always had multiple artists for each story and each issue. And I'm like, yes, it gives the vibe that I want for this story. Sure, I get paid less, but I don't have to draw like a maniac to do the old issue by myself. It's going to be 32 pages. And I've seen the work in progress of some of the artists. Honestly, I am thrilled. We're going to have Jay Hammond, and Jay's sample honestly made me laugh. I love it. I love the expressions. And we're going to have Marcello Salazar. I'm pretty sure it's Salazar. Could be Salazar, but I'm pretty sure it's Salazar. Dude does great line art. He has great anatomy. Way better than mine. Easily. I'm excited. And the Kickstarter is going to open next month. Of course, I've got the quote-unquote preview link. If you're on Kickstarter and you want to keep an eye on the project. I'm drawing a fridge. I don't know what I'm doing. That never stopped me before. But it bears to repeat that thing that I keep talking about. Even if you know, even if you think you know how to draw something, get reference. Right now, I'm not getting reference, and I don't care. Gonna put some AI food in there. Yeah, I'm gonna make AI jokes. That's a bag of oranges. That's a ham. That's pickled eggs. Yeah, I don't care. That's just pickles. That's just pickle juice. There. We got a fridge. I got some sketch in the line art there. And now it's gone. And now I made it gray, and now it's all gone. There. Fixing my mistakes, one dumbass move at a time. She is losing her mind. But she only has herself to blame. She's pumping herself up. And we have 30 minutes left. Would be nice if I could get as many pages done as possible. Let's see how much pages. I think I'm halfway through it, aren't I? Yeah, I'm halfway through it. I'm gonna hide her text for now so I can see where I'm inking. You know, I'm at the point when I'm trying to help people with Clip Studio, I need to keep a list of which version does what, because I recently learned that Clip Studio version 1 doesn't handle PDFs. In my defense, I did not expect people to go for version 1. Still, you know? But that is my fault. That's an elastic move. Not everyone can afford version 5. Or to keep up with the versions. Me, of course, I update whenever I can because it's an investment. Because I use Clip Studio for everything for my job. I work with that. Poor Poppy. Doi finally found his confidence and she's not equipped for that. Gotta bring back her line. Poor Doi, he's only trying to be helpful, and I gave him a face like he's pulling the wings off a fly. I base his face a little bit on me for when I really focus. Like I'm doing my best to keep my face relaxed when I'm on stream, but when I'm really focused, I will have a resting bitch face. So that's a little bit shown on Doi right now. He's not thinking of doing something mischievous to get on Poppy's nerves. He's just rearing to focus so he doesn't hurt himself with the peeler. You know, I was mentioning how I look like I couldn't take criticism. And most of the time I can't, but it's been forever since I had somebody actually criticize my art. Not even as a troll fake critique. And no, that doesn't mean I think that my art is finally perfect. But like I said earlier, the critiques I do receive is on stuff I have no control over, or that I literally didn't do. So like another time somebody on Hyper Voice Acting's channel, on the dub of what's the name of that one? The Fun and Dysfunctional, I think, where that one guy wrote an essay about how we mischaracterized Wario. It was either in the Fun and Dysfunctional or It's a Wonderful Life. I think it was A Wonderful Life where we mischaracterized Wario. And Wario in the scene that he was mentioning, because it's always guys, it was not actual Wario. Because we were parodying It's a Wonderful Life, it was a different Wario. An imaginary Wario, really. That was created to make Waluigi feel better about himself. As in, well, Wario seems to really need me, so there's that. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I tell these things to you guys, and I don't bother talking to these people about my talking points because you guys are stuck listening to me. And like, you're literally free to leave and log off or put me on mute or stuff like that. But these people that claim they want to debate, they don't want to debate. They just want to hear themselves talk. Because no matter what you say in response, they will completely dismiss it. Case in point, that second guy that I talked about earlier, whose head is shaped like a Skittle, in my first reply to him, I did explain. He wanted an explanation, and I did explain. The guy is complaining about non-binary pronouns, about a non-binary character based on a non-binary person. The voice actor of that character is non-binary to a non-binary person. And he completely ignored what I said and wanted another rant. Wanted another debate. So he wrote another essay, which I promptly blocked him for. Because he just wants to hear himself talk. I noticed that Wario's car went from a 2-door in the first issue to a 4-door in the second issue. Just wanted to point that out. Yeah, that's on purpose. It's 2 different cars with the same chassis. Because he can't afford it. It's one of those continuity mistakes that are done on purpose for the need of the story. Is Luigi cute and fun to draw? Yes. So that explains it. Oh yeah, sometimes I do my mistakes on purpose. And of course, being non-binary, neurodivergent. And you're neurodivergent too. A fake continuity error, I got it. If me saying this to a neurotypical person, you know damn well that person is gonna go, that's an excuse. And I'm like, no, that was perfectly intentional. There is a method to the madness. Oh, you don't wanna? Fine, then I'll do it manually. And because I look like I look, people think I don't know the difference between criticism and somebody who just wants to hear themselves talk. Honestly, that's freaking tiresome. It is exhausting. Which is why I don't bother talking back to these people. Like, I went on Patreon and asked my actual fans. And yes, free fans are still fans. It's just that the ones that pay for Patreon, I pretty much know they're fans. You know what I mean? Free fans are still fans. They're still valid. But like I said, I went on Patreons, asked the fans if non-binariness bothered them. Because between you and me, the idea was not to censor Chemical's non-binariness. It's just that if somebody in the Patreon would have said that's woke political bullshit, they would have been kicked out and banned. I was wondering if I needed to do some cleaning up in my Patreon, and apparently not. Good for you guys. Speaking of cars in Mario Universe, one idea would have Jimmy T with either an AMC Matador, 73 Buick Century, Chrysler Cordoba, Dodge Challenger, Ford Torino, Mercury Cougar, 70 or 77, or a 70s Nissan Datsun. Fascinating! I'm not drawing any of that! Have you seen my cars? Holy jeez! You do not want that happening. You've seen my cars. You've seen the way I drew Wario's car. Like, remember in the Driven Miss Daisy when I drew Jimmy T in Diamond City walking? Yeah, he's gonna keep walking. I'm okay with those who identify with neither gender on the condition that they are nice, polite, and respectful. Then what are you doing here? Have I been acting nice? Because I identify as a menace. Like, you receive the version of Shiro that you deserve. So if you guys feel that I'm nice to you, it's because you guys are nice to me. Because with the way I've been talking about Skittles Head, you know I'm not nice to him. If he recognizes himself, because I will not use names if I don't have to. But most of the time I will. But I mean on stream I will not use name if I don't have to. So I can only comment on his appearance. Because honestly, that's all I had to work with when I went to see if he was on my friends list on Facebook, because that's all there was. There was literally no opinion, no, like, there was no writing. It was just several years of him posting selfies as his profile pic. So, why are you speaking up now? Are you catching up for all those years of you not using Facebook for anything other than selfies? Is that it? Like here's another. I was talking about fake continuity errors. Here's another one that I'm doing on purpose right now. I took off Poppy's eyelashes for when she freaks out, and her eyebrows, just to make it look worse. Yep, we all deserve some friendship together. Aww. Funnily enough, QQQ from F0GX happened to be one of my favorite from that game. I'm guessing they're non-binary? Oh, we're almost done for today. I mean, we're past the middle point, so I think we did pretty good. Exaggeration, nice. See, sometimes I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Yes. I say, when you got the tools, use the tools. What about AI? At this point, it's not a tool. We got a couple of minutes left. Let's try to do this last panel real quick. And even if we go a little bit over the maximum time, it's not the end of the world. For one page. I mean, I wanted to clean the floors today, and they're already done, so... Thank you for a great show. Thanks, Paul. I'm glad you enjoy these. And done! And we are now at page 17. Which should mean we have 9 pages left. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, you guys. Let's see, I know I started at page 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did pretty good. So maybe we'll be able to finish next week. I can't promise anything because I don't know. Like, even if I got the sketches here, I don't know how long it'll take me to render all these. Should go well, though. So, of course, as with every end of stream, we are going to give extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkled chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Enovis, Bad at Multiplayers, Blas 6, Laura S, Jeff B, RC Tanuk, Mario 369, Red Reaper, Noah, Twingle the Scraggler, Matthew H, and our part-time supporters, Super Dude at 808, Rocket Mouse and Lightning, Spirited Dragon 938. Your continued or part-time support is always, I will always say this, it is always appreciated. Next live stream, because I do believe, yeah, I was right. So, next live stream is going to be next Saturday, because it is going to be time for the colors of the month. So, keep an eye on my Instagram or my other socials on Friday the 3rd, July 3rd. So you can put in your requests for the Wheel of Morality for the Color Challenge live stream on Saturday, July 4th. I got a feeling I'm not gonna get a lot of American watchers that day. At 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, there's going to be the regular live stream on July 5th, where we're going to work more on Welcome Home Nephew baking a pie. Once again at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time, I don't know you, I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw. Just a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all, and bye-bye.